Hey, what's going on, guys, and Happy New Year. I hope you guys all made it through okay. I hope 2021 is going to be great for you. Anyway, today's video is going to be something a little bit different. I was looking through some comments on my last video, and, I actually got a really interesting comment talking about my little game background here. This is obviously one of my shelves in my game room, but, the comment was specifically about how things change on here, and they do. I got this record, for instance, recently, and I put it up here because, it's a cool little background. But, there's really kind of 9 shelves you can almost see at all times during my videos. And so I'm going to kind of go over these 9 shelves and talk about what's currently up here. Like a cool little, miniature game room tour. Not even really a game room tour, just a miniature tour of just my review area. So, start off the year, I'm going to have basically this miniature little tour. I thought it'd be a cool thing to go over some of these items here, what they're all about, and why I even have them up there. So without further ado, let's jump into that. So starting with the top left shelf, there's nothing really too special here. I have a couple boxed Game Boy games, basically my entire Game Gear collection, which isn't much, but you've probably seen this in the top corner. And these are basically these laser-lined Nintendo cases. This is where I keep the majority of my NES games. These are really cool cases. To get them with a door is very hard, and that's basically why this one doesn't have a door. But the other thing that's pretty cool on this shelf is I do have an original kind of Super Mario World video game watch with the box and everything. It's just a little thing that it's pretty neat. It's kind of hard to find. The box isn't in great condition, and the battery's dead. But this shelf is not really too important, and really this is the part you kind of see during my videos. So going one shelf lower, this is where we get into where I basically put a bunch of stuff that I want you guys to see. So recently I did an unboxing on the Fire Emblem 30th anniversary box there, and I also got this record for Sonic Mania. But the thing about this shelf is this is actually my working designs shelf. So, I hate to cover that stuff up, but I like to have something nice in the background. But this is my working designs collection, save for the TurboGrafx game, which I actually have in a different case. But this is a complete set of working designs games, basically from after the TurboGrafx and up. I did do a video on this a long time ago, just showing off the games and what's in them. Some of the crazy stuff, like how this Growlancer comes with a watch and a pendant, and these Lunar games come with a bunch of stuff, and Ark the Lad comes with a bunch of stuff. I basically went through that in a video, but like I said, this is a shelf that I really love. This shelf, I really love working designs, obviously, but it's also something where it's a place where I can put items to show off during the backgrounds of my videos. Now, the last shelf on my left side is actually where all my GameCube and Wii games are, but also I kind of use this as a little bit of a display as well, since you can kind of see it in the bottom corner. Currently, I'm mainly displaying the Game Gear 60th anniversary set that I did the unboxing of, but I also have these cool Streets of Rage tapes and this copy of Sweet Home that I'm actually borrowing this from a friend, so this isn't actually mine. But if we get all that stuff out of the way, you get to see my very small but pretty decent quality GameCube collection. I mean, I don't have all the games I want, but I do have a lot of the games I want. Also, my Wii U collection of all 5 games, and my very, very small Wii collection. While I'm here, I'll go ahead and go to the middle and right bottom shelf, because these are mostly just games, and you don't really see these too often in my videos. I'm always blocking this shelf. And then this one you can't really see too much of either, because usually it's on the far side. However, I do have one very important thing here, and that is my first and only official piece of fan art that was given to me. I put a little frame on it, and I love this thing. This is one of my favorite things I actually own at all in my game room. But that's it for these 3 shelves. Now let's go a little bit higher so you can see the rest of the stuff that's behind me in these videos. So this is the shelf that would be completely behind my big dumb head. In it, I do have the Game Boy Horror kind of backlit mod that I made. I also have a couple other handhelds that have these really special kind of stands for them. I did not put these in my handheld shelf that I built a little while ago, mainly because the stands don't fit, and I really like the stands, so I decided to leave them out. Other things I have back here that you may or may not have noticed is I have the Tail Concerto Japanese guide and original soundtrack. And then one thing that's actually really special to me, my friend Matt back in Texas really helped me get this. It's a Nintendo Power, actually signed to me from Captain Nintendo, like Captain N, who did his little segment in Nintendo Power, even programmed a few games. He actually signed this, and my buddy Matt got him to sign this and send it to me. One other thing you can't really see, and you know what, without knocking everything over, it's gonna get knocked over. This right here used to not be covered as much. Maybe I need to figure out a way to get it somewhere else, but that's actually the original Sega Saturn Panzer Dragoon vinyl soundtrack, so it has some really cool art, and I need to display that better, so that's something I need to work on. The last shelf you can see behind me from the middle, small shelf, is this one. There's really nothing too stand out here, just a little Destiny Ghost figure, you know, a Game Boy printer, this retro lunchbox. The thing that does probably catch everyone's eye, obviously being front and center, is this electrode card. Like, why would there be an electrode card framed? Well, fun story behind this. This was the exact first rare Pokemon card I ever got. My first Pokemon cards I ever got was a booster pack, and this was the rare card. It wasn't shiny, nothing special about it, but I ended up, like, losing it to a friend, like, many years ago. I mean, like, back in elementary school. And, you know, we got to talking about the story. This was maybe 2 years ago, and he actually still had it. So he ended up meeting up with me and giving it to me, and as a joke, I had this frame I got from a thrift store, and I put it in the frame as like a, you know, it's just kind of a joke. And, well, now it's been in my collection like this ever since. So that's why it's that way and why I have it shown so prominently. So then there's the Mega Man shelf. The Mega Man shelf. It has all of my Mega Man figures, some games, all sorts of stuff. But the big thing that kind of sticks out is obviously these Dunkaroos. I got this thing of Dunkaroos a while ago, and depending on how often you watch my videos, I've slowly been replenishing this because, like, stores get some here and there. And plus I like to eat them. But so I put this here just because it's kind of neat. I know it really doesn't fit with the shelf at all, but it's directly behind my head. And I love Dunkaroos. They're delicious. I really like the 90s aesthetic. And, you know, so they're always going to be in my video. And last but not least is my Dreamcast shelf. Now, my Dreamcast games are actually back here behind this, where I have them in this case. But this shelf kind of acts kind of like what I talked about earlier, where I kind of put stuff on display here. So currently I have the DC Striker gamepad, not one of the colored variants, but it's one of my favorite controllers, so I had it back there. I have this Digivice that I got recently, then I have my original Digivice from when I was a kid. You know, my Japanese games, those are always here. But another thing that had been here for the longest time was my Legend of Dragoon soundtrack, and the only reason it's covered up now is because I got this just the other day. It's this weird Legend of Dragoon promo VHS tape. So spoiler alert, if you're watching this video, as soon as I get my VCR hooked up to the Retro Tink to get some capture a little bit better, I actually plan on recording this for posterity, putting it on online, and so I'm just gonna do it's gonna be like a video with probably no intro or outro. It's just gonna be, hey, here's this weird like promo item, and just so everyone can see it. But it's pretty cool. I mean, it has like this whole thing to it, so be on the lookout for that, because I'm definitely going to do a video about this thing. So these shelves are always changing. There's always something cool going on back here. When I get something really neat, maybe something I don't have time for a video on, or even something I had time for a video on, I like to put it back here just to kind of show it off and to change up the background a little bit. But you know, I wanted to do this video, like I said, someone recommended it, and I thought it was a pretty good idea, especially because some of the items back here are kind of weird, like my Electro card or that Legend of Dragoon VHS tape. But, you know, hey, tell me what you guys think. And if there's anything you saw in the video that you'd like me to maybe go in more detail on, or maybe a game you want me to play, do a review on, or whatever, let me know in the comments down below. And with that being said, I hope you guys have an awesome 2021. Once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. You know, I like doing videos like this. I know this one's kind of a little bit of a weird one, but, you know, why not kick open the new year with something a little different? You know, hey, leave a thumbs up, thumbs down if you felt any kind of way, and subscribe if you haven't. We're getting pretty close to 3,000 subs, so I'd really like to hit that. The next couple months would be really cool. But, hey, as always, take it easy.